This city, this country, this continent, this earth, this universe. Where did it all come from? There is much more to our lives that we, the civilians of Earth, know close to nothing about. There are endless journeys and creations that led to our current situation in life, you sitting here and watching this video. Each and every individual woke up one day as a fetus, confused with different questions on their mind. Yet I'm sure we've all wondered what, why, who, and the most important one, how did this all begin?
6 days. In only 6 days, our lives, our world, our universe was all created. 6 days. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was without form and void, and the darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God was moving over the face of the waters. God separated the light from the darkness. He called the light day, and the darkness night. Thus there was evening and there was morning the first day. God made the dome and separated the water under the dome from the water above it, and called the dome sky. God made the sky to give the world light and created stars. There was evening and morning again the second day. He called the dry ground land, and the gathered waters he called seas. He wanted the land to produce vegetation, such as plants bearing seeds of every kind and trees bearing fruit with seed in it of every kind. And so he did. He is the one who created the creatures like birds of every kind, and he created humankind to rule over the creatures and wild animals of the world. There was evening and morning again the third day. God saw that everything he had created was good. And then there was the sixth day. After the sixth day, the heavens and the earth was finished. God blessed the seventh day and hallowed it, because on it God rested from all the work that he had done.
The Christian Judaism origin story gives us a religious perspective of how the world came about, like how water, light, land, life was asked for, whereas the modern scientific theory demonstrates a scientific perspective based on theories, claims which lack evidence on how the universe came to be. The Christian Judaism origin story is based on the idea that God created everything from the heavens and the earth to the humankind as well as the universe itself, while the Big Bang theory relies on the idea that the creation of the universe was made out of dark matter. The Big Bang focuses on cosmology, and the Christian Judaism focuses on faith within their own origin story. Although the Christian Judaism origin story and the modern scientific theory can be differentiated, there are few similarities that can connect both stories. Both origin stories start with nothing. Also, both origin stories explain the formation of Earth and introduce the existence of plants and animals before the existence of human beings. The Judeo-Christian origin story can be compared to the origin story of the Mayans because these two stories explain how God, Judeo-Christian, and the Maker's minds brought forth life on earth through the power of their words, such as "Let there be light, water, land." Also, Islam and the Judeo-Christian stories disclose the same entity since they both include one God that assisted the bringing of water, land, earth, and life to earth. The Urkus origin story talks about how a girl fell through a hole with a tree, and under the tree was earth. This differs from the Judeo-Christianity because Judeo-Christianity starts with a God creating the heavens and the earth, where the earth was a formless void. So the difference is that a hole had a root to earth, whereas a void that occurred allowed earth to develop. Another contrast was Judeo-Christianity and the Greek origin story. Judeo-Christianity had one God that started life, whereas the Greek origin story had many gods that contributed to the forming of the earth. Number 1. Some explanations for the origin of the universe cannot be tested scientifically. Scientific claims must focus on the observational evidence and must be testable. The two most important terms that are included within this understanding is cosmology and faith. The problem with the vast majority of origin stories is the fact that it highly lacks and undermines the importance of evidence, only relying on the faith of humankind. On the other hand, the Big Bang uses as much evidence to infer what happened 13.8 million years ago. Even though only 1 in 5 Americans believe in the Big Bang, while over 70% of the world believe in Christianity, Islam, and Hinduism. This shows the fact that a majority of the human population choose faith over cosmology. Number 8. The concept of the light year as a measurement of large distances is important. Light year is known as a unit of measurement rather than timing. This is mainly used by astronomers to measure the distance in space.
Could circle the Earth 7 times in 1 second.
Light travels about 670 million miles per hour. The reason why light years are used is because using kilometers and miles would result in a huge number, making it highly unclear. The importance of light year as a measurement tool gives us a huge number of information about our infinite universe.
There have been many discoveries, developments, and improvements since the beginning of our lifetime, many of which helped build the world we live in now. The internet was discovered in 1983. Now we are able to communicate, research, and find information and improve our knowledge. Edwin Hubble created the first telescope in 1990. This made a great impact on modern day because it helped us see the formation of the Earth and the planets around us.
The study of the first immortal cells, HeLa cells, was made in 1951. The study of HeLa cells had a major contribution to our world today as it led to the study of herpes, leukemia, influenza, hemophilia, Parkinson's disease, certain types of genetic diagnosis, cancer, AIDS, cloning, and more.
Recently, a cure for HIV, the stages that build up to AIDS, was discovered. This is beneficial to our community because it is used to prevent others from developing the incurable disease of AIDS. In 2006, 3D bioprinting was invented. Generally, 3D bioprinting utilizes the layer-by-layer method to deposit materials known as bioinks to create tissue-like structures that are later used in the medical and tissue engineering fields. Satellites were invented in 1957. The invention of satellites advanced astronomy because telescopes on satellites can explore wavelengths of electromagnetic radiation, such as X-rays that cannot penetrate the Earth's atmosphere. The first successful vaccine to be developed was introduced by Edward Jenner in 1796. It was used to fight the deadliest disease that was first discovered, smallpox.
The discovery of electricity occurred in 1972 by Benjamin Franklin, which gave us light, communication, and so much more. Steam engine invented in 1763 led the Industrial Revolution. It had many changes and additions to the technology back then. The steam-powered trains, ships, factories, and the Industrial Revolution as a whole. Stem cells discovered in 1978 in human cord blood. This is used to treat many conditions such as heart disease and leukemia.